Let's turn this into this easy, amazing snail
and shrimp
food. Subscribe to my channel. How's it going, nano tank lovers? I'm gonna try it like this today. So you have floating plants. They're growing like crazy. You don't know what to do with them. They're filling the tops of your tanks. What are you gonna do? Oh my God, you can't sell it. No one's buying it. I've tried, trust me. So here's what I do. Snails
and shrimp
won't eat the live, or my snails
and shrimp
at least. If you had nearite snails, they would. Ramshorn snails
and shrimp
will not eat the live frogbit. They'll eat the yellowing bits. They'll chew holes in the leaves that are yellowing, and it actually helps the plant overall. But there's a way to turn this live frogbit into a great snail
and shrimp
food. And I'm gonna show you how. Let's do it. All right, so first thing, get yourself a Ziploc bag, Ziploc freezer bag, preferably. The double zipper ones are the best. And then get yourself your frogbit. This is pretty simple. So you just take the frogbit that you don't want and you pop it in the bag. Pretty simple, right? Right? That's step one. Oh my God, something just fell. I use this bucket as, one, a little grow out bucket, but two, also just a quarantine, gets the snails
and shrimp
off them, stuff like that. You know, I don't want any dead shrimp in my mix. Sometimes you get snail eggs. I just leave them because ramshorns, you know. If you've had ramshorns, you know the troubles with the ramshorn eggs getting everywhere. So I don't want to empty the thing, but I actually have a bunch of Salvinia. I'm just gonna leave the camera up here and get a little bit of the Salvinia in here as well. Because it's all good. You can use duckweed, water lettuce, red root floaters, any floating plant. This works. Trust me, guys. You can trust me on this one. I swear. I swear it. All right. Then you just seal it up. And you're gonna pop that in your freezer for a couple days until it's rock solid. Step one done. How easy was that? 4 minutes easy. So it's been however long you wanna wait. For me, it's been a very, very long time. Get it out of the freezer. Now, regardless of whether you freeze this for a day or for a week, you know, I think mine ended up being a week. It's gonna be rock solid. It's gonna be a leaf cube. Because it's not ice leaf ice, whatever. It's gonna be solid ice. So you wanna let it sit here and you wanna let it thaw. You know, maybe if you care about your counters, put a towel underneath, but we just rent here, so. Sorry, landlord. All right, let that thaw and we'll be back in, it should take a few hours. You know, these are your melting ice, basically. Cool, see you soon. All right, so we got it defrosted, or at least pretty much defrosted. I think there's still like 2 little ice chunks here, but I got 2 bags worth because I did another bag while the other one was freezing. Yeah, we gotta, whatever, you get it. Anyway, open it up and you're just gonna dump this in. Now there's gonna be liquid in the bottom here. I just leave it. Obviously you could strain it out or drain it or whatever to make the to make the dehydration process a little quicker. Obviously, if there's less liquid, it's gonna be quicker to dehydrate. I can't get this out. But I find if there's not that water in there, it doesn't mix up very well. It just gets really gummy. Do the second bag. This one's gonna be kind of gross. I guess it's all right if there's still some in the bag. Oh, get off me. Just gonna rinse out these bags and wash my hands real quick. Okay, now before I do the next part, I like to turn my oven on. I don't have a dehydrator. If you have like a, you know, one of those dehydrators for jerky or whatever, they really come in handy here. So I just turn it on, whoops. So I just turn it on the lowest it can go, which is 170. And I let it start to warm up while I do the rest of this. And then I don't leave it on 170 for the whole time. I actually I let it get up to 170, and then when I notice, I turn it off and I let it sit for, you know, like 20-30 minutes while it's still warm inside. Then I'll turn it on again, and I kind of cycle it on and off to keep it warm in there, keep it dehydrated. And it does take like 3-4 hours or so, and it does make your house stink. All right, so I just got an old school magic bullet here. Put the lid on, You know, you're just gonna use whatever food processor, Magic Bullet, NutriBullet, a Ninja, whatever you got. Make sure you have permission from your parents or from your significant other. That's why I just use the Magic Bullet, and I just have these ones specifically for this type of stuff. So there you go, and it's gonna be pretty loud. And I like to shake it, make sure there's no chunks. That should probably be good. That was going for a little while. Yeah, that's good enough. Set this aside. And finally, I have a little baking sheet, cookie sheet? Is that what they're called? I don't know. I think it's called a cookie sheet. And then you just take this with some parchment paper is what I have on top here. And you're just gonna pour this out. It's gonna be a pretty liquidy. There's a lot of liquid in that one. Not the biggest batch, but you get the picture. The Salvinia doesn't grind up as much as the Frogbit, I find. So you just want to kind of spread it out in the pan, just so it dehydrates easier, right? All right, let's pop that in the oven. All right, we'll just put it in here. You want to make sure, you know, it's spread. I like to give it a jiggle before I put it in. All right, I just pop it in. I'm gonna set a timer for, I don't know, 30 minutes. And then I'll come back, shut the oven off, and kind of, like I said, cycle that for the next few hours until it's pretty much dehydrated or completely dehydrated. It may not get completely dehydrated before it starts burning when the temperature's like that. So that's why you do have to be careful when you're doing it this way. If you just have a dehydrator, I mean, just leave it in there for a day or two, or like if you have a furnace or a hot water tank that gets really hot, you can put the pan on there for a couple days too, and that should be enough. But I don't have any of that, so this is how I do it. I should probably spend some money on that stuff. So I guess I'll be back when this is done. You don't need to see me cycling it. See you soon. So it's actually the next day. I completely forgot about this last night after I cooked dinner and whatever. So when you take it out, it should look something like this, like a nice little wafer. Let's take it upstairs and I'll give you guys a better look, because I'm sure that picture is pretty garbage. Also, your oven's gonna stink, so actually I'm gonna air it out. It's been sitting in there. It's gonna stink like you just roasted some floating plants. All right, so when you're all said and done, yeah, you're left with this cool little wafer thing. Now the only problem I have with this is that it's super light, so it obviously floats. So I gotta kind of crumple it up in a ball, and then I chuck it in the tank. And then, like, you know, 60% of the time, every time, it floats still. So I guess all that's left is to feed this to some shrimps and snails and see if they like it. So I just started making this stuff and feeding it to them like relatively recently in the grand scheme of things. So I'm still not 100% sure on how much of this they actually eat. So I'm probably gonna end up overfeeding them, and I'm gonna have to remove some of this wafer stuff that I put in. I've been testing on some of the snail tanks, and if I do leave it in and just let it sit there, it does cause massive nitrate spikes, which are not good for our shrimpies. So I'm gonna put in a big chunk like this, but like I said, this is probably way too much. And yeah, it's probably gonna float. So let's do something. Stick the forceps with it, you know? Stick it with the forceps, that's what I meant to say. Those are the words I meant to use. And then just like leave it there. Hopefully I didn't crush anything. So there's a bit floating around, but I'll make sure to get it all out. And now for the Bloody Marys. For the Bloody Marys, I'll take my tongs and do the same type of thing. Gotta move some of these floating plants out of the way. Now, if I wasn't gonna be filming them eating, I would actually just throw it in and leave it. They'll find it. And then it's easier to, fuck me. So it's not perfect, but it's in a spot where I can, well, film, and I can grab it later in about 2 hours. So let's see if they enjoy it. Make sure to like and subscribe.
Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and leave a comment below. Keep your shrimp hand strong. Till next time. Oh, I should get the thing. So here's what I do. I need a place to put this. Oh my God, why is that so heavy? Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Jesus. Ugh. First that was scared, so that kind of scared me. That just go up. Spooky ghost. Dry my hands off. Don't mind that. Oh, I'm definitely blocking you. I'll take a new shot of that. What's on the side? Oh, that almost spilled everywhere. My head right there. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe to my channel if you damn it. Shit. God damn it. How am I gonna get this? Oh man, that's really inconvenient. God damn it. I don't know why that's so frustrating. Why is everything... I'm not in a good mood lately. Everything's more difficult than it has to be. Fucking life sucks. Come on, stay there, you fuck. Whatever, that's good enough. Jesus Christ. Assholes. Jesus.